how well it would do. I wasn't too sure about who I should promote it to. It was kind of just a test thing because everybody was, kind of telling me, hey, you got to do a token, you got to do a token. I had an idea for what I wanted to do, and then your group was actually the first group that I came in to let people know, hey, I launched a token. It's been live for a little while. Check it out. And I know you got involved then, and you've been involved ever since. So, we appreciate you, man. And you've been a big part of Drip and a big part of everything.
Hey man, I appreciate you. First of all, my people, y'all know what I gotta do right before we get started, if you don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I tell that story all the time, Forex. But you came in, it was like 2:30 in the morning, man. You said, I'm just gonna launch a token because one of those reflex tokens when doing it right and you launch that token, and man, we've been rocking and rolling ever since. A lot of people think drip is your first thing. No, sir. We've been making money with Forex for a long time. And we're gonna keep it going.
And before I ever even launched a token, I used to be in your group, and I think probably I kind of, because I was just another person in the group, I think that I started to get a little bit of recognition in your group, and people realized that I had a little bit more going on when I would come in and say, hey guys, BitBoy is about to do a video on this token in the next 48 hours, so, we should probably buy some of it. And then 48 hours later, 24 hours later, BitBoy would make a video about it, and it would do a 10x, and then we would jump on it, right?
Well, I ain't want to tell everybody you was wallet watching. You know what I'm saying? You know how to do all that whale watching. Hold on, man. Hold on. We got too far in the video. Let me back. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT of Dales, Mr. Forex Shark. You understand me? This man has created something that we can all make money from. And this man is not, he is not money hungry. You know what I'm saying? He's the best developer in crypto, period. I just want y'all to know who y'all listening to. Now, let's keep it going. But yeah, man, I remember that.
Yeah, so this was before there were really any apps that allowed for really strong chain analysis. There were a couple, obviously there were blockchain explorers, but nothing that really allowed you to do deep chain analysis. And really what that was is a group of my friends and myself created our own scripts that watched the mempool and were able to look for transactions associated with specific wallets. And then we spent weeks. We really targeted BitBoy first because we just saw over and over again. He promotes the project does 10x every time or 5x at the time. So he was the obvious person to focus on. And we went all the way back to looking at his blogs from 2016 and finding his donation wallets and connecting that to wallets that he's running like in real time today. And I don't want to blow up his spot too much, but at the time, he was saying that I don't even get paid in these tokens. These tokens, like, they don't even pay me to sponsor, and if they do pay me to sponsor, they don't pay me in the tokens. So everybody accusing me of dumping on people, that's nonsense, blah, blah, blah. But the only reason why we were even able to see what he was going to be promoting next is because he was getting paid in these tokens. So, I got a little bit of a beef with some of these people, as you know, like guys like BitBoy, for example, and whatever. I don't care if I burn.
We're calling out names. Why he so throwing them shots?
I got it, because these are people that he just did a video recently saying that there was no loyalty to DeFi, but at the same time, every single project he promotes right now is a centralized project. He promotes Stake. He promotes I Trust Capital. He promoted FTX before that blew up, and then he wanted to pretend like he didn't. But every single platform that he provides promotion or marketing to is a centralized platform. So I try not to burn bridges to some degree, but whatever. He's not someone that promotes DeFi anyway, so it is what it is. But Anyways, I think because I was able to kind of show the inability to do like analytics and this kind of stuff. And I already had a following on Moonshot Hunters. When I came in your chat and your chat first, even though I was an admin in Moonshot Hunters, I came to your chat first because the Moonshot Hunters group, it was cool, and I was an admin there. But I feel like your chat is more, it's more like a home for me. It's somewhere where I have more of a friendly relationship with people as opposed to people just kind of, just interested in, how is this guy gonna post something to allow me to make money. I actually have talks about music and all kinds of stuff on here. So
I tell people all the time, you a eclectic guy. You have a wide range of taste. You understand me?
Yeah, I like all kinds of stuff as far as music goes, and that's because I sit at my desk all day working. So what else am I gonna do but listen to music? I can't really, watch too many videos and stuff like that because it's too distracting to hear people talking. So I listen to music most of the time. And when I came in your group, I let people know that I'm on free, and from day one, some of you guys like Vinny and all the other guys. Vinny's probably holding it down as far as administrators more than anybody. Jumped in there and really made it happen, and then have been supporting ever since. So we got to the point now where a lot of people have come, a lot of people have gone, but you and Ray and guys like Cryptopian and a handful of others have really stuck by us and through thick and thin. And now you guys, I feel, are going to reap the benefit of a major ecosystem and the fact that you've held on to, of course, everybody is going to make plays on swings and take your profit here and buy back in there. But largely, you guys have, stuck in this thing and are going to benefit from the future ecosystem because you have such a strong position in it. And I know that you've made, I don't want to talk much like that, but I know you've made a lot of money in Drip, and you've also and you've also given out a lot of money in Drip and airdrops, like one of the largest accounts, right? You've probably given away, I know you've given away tens of thousands of dollars at least, so. That's
what people don't understand about you. I remember when my first account was about to end, and I asked you, I said, well, do you want me to just end that account and start, or can I airdrop another account and get multiple accounts? You was like, yeah, you ain't never stopped me from making money on this platform, ever.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and you just say going forward, going forward. That's 2 years in, and the deal is saying going forward, bro, you never get a second chance like that. You need to be buying Drip right now. Just because he said that. Go in there and buy 0.1 B. He ain't going to never say that. We got to say it. This is ours, bro. Forex is not going to tell you not to sell Drip or buy Drip or none of that. He's just building so we can make money.
Yeah, I never talk about price. I never tell people what to do with their own money. It's just, people need to make up their own mind, and it's really impossible for me to know what everybody's circumstances are. But I would say that if you look at anybody else in the space that was building at the same time that I was building early on, like years ago with Free and with Drip, all these projects have come and gone. Some of them burned like a flash in the pan really hot and are not around anymore. Some of them just never really got anywhere. But Drip, to this day, continues to pay out a daily ROI. The ROI that it is paying out is actually associated with liquidity. So, you could say that there's other projects that are still running to this day, but do they have liquidity? Can you actually realize a profit from what you're earning? Drip has done over $2 billion in trade volume. That means that $2 billion has shared and basically transferred hands between people who got in for a short-term pump to people who maintained in the system and have been benefiting from it since launch, and we have a lot more to go because I think 2021, 2022 for me was about looking at what was going on in the space and how can I improve on those models. So you mentioned REAP was basically the result of me seeing a reflective reward token, seeing that it didn't go well, and decided to do it the right way. And the details of that were a project. So there was a project called R5, and they did the first reflective reward tokens. And a lot of people started forking them. And there was another project, I honestly don't even remember the name of it, that forked it. And the project did like 20x in the first day, and then the dev rug pulled. And I was just thinking, you spent all that time building up the community, all that trust, all these people are trusting you, they put their money on the line, it's performing so well, like you're blessed to have a token that does 20x in the first day, and then you just steal people's money. Like you just kill it, you cut it off right at the ankles for no reason. And I was just thinking, well, what if I launched it, I improved on it through the deflationary mechanism, and I just, I just wasn't a scammer, basically. I just let it do its thing. And I launched it, and yeah, of course, REAP did something like, I don't know, 700x plus dividends. I don't know.
Yeah, man, that chart was crazy. I remember me and Stank Mouth Tyler was saying, it was like, man, we just need a deal, an honest deal, bro, an honest deal to build something. And here you came out of nowhere, just out of nowhere. I ain't gonna say no names about the other deals, y'all know, but hey, shout out to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you.
Yeah, I could call it another dev. A lot of people know who it is and who they are, right? There's more than one, but we might as well not give them any attention at all, right?
No, sir. No, sir. This is our day. This is our day, baby.
Yeah.
Our day.
So, REAP, to this day is still way up. I launched REAP, I believe, at 4 cents, and REAP right now is probably like at $27, something like that. And it's because we built utility for it. We built utility for it in the form of a DAO, and we use that DAO to do our in-house raises. So we did a raise for BREAP in there, we did a raise for Drip in there, we did a raise for Manor Farm, which turned into Animal Farm. So yeah, I know. And the thing is that what allowed REAP to be where it is today is that we added utility to it. And this is what 2023 and 2024 is going to be all about. Taking our existing projects and adding utility to them. And that is what's going to give them that second breath of life and allow them to be sustainable and really, perform for years in the future. So with Drip specifically, we have a handful of new utilities that are coming out, and then also we have several people in the community that are building for it as well. Now, let me just, I know a lot of people are tuned in here specifically about the launch, so let me just give a quick update about that, and then we'll move on. So where we're at right now is the site is actually up. The domain right now is up. It's being propagated. It can take anywhere from 8 to 24 hours to propagate globally. So we're waiting for verification that it's been propagated globally, and then we'll give the announcement on the domain name. We started the propagation process last night. So
it is done. The site is done. No more work is ready to be propagated.
Yeah, and it's it already is propagated in some places. Like I can see it's propagated in Japan, is propagated in the East Coast of the U.S. So, we're just waiting for it to finish propagating, and then we'll announce the domain. And I gotta be kind of careful where I go on this page, because I noticed when I showed DDD with Ray on Thursday, you could see the domain in the referral link for DDD, and it was a test link. But if I was to go on that page right now, it would link the real domain. So I'm gonna avoid that and kind of manage where I go on the site from here. But it's going to be a multi-step process. So in order to have the bridge fully functioning, where people can purchase non-drip related tokens, we need to have a distinction between tokens that are going to the faucet and tokens that are not going to the faucet. So let me just explain a little bit. So the way that our direct deposit is working right now, in fact, let me just go to it so people can see. Let me see. So I'm not going to connect my wallet. Let me go to the swap page. Okay, good. It's not leaking anything either. Alright, so the way that it's working right now is you pick the chain that you want to go into drip with. You then pick the token, and we got a handful of the top tokens here. The protocol that we built to allow for swapping essentially filters out any token that doesn't have over $100,000 worth of liquidity. But but we didn't want. I mean, that's a lot of tokens still, and we didn't want to make it a pain in the ass where people have to go through a million different tokens. So we picked a bunch of the top ones here, and depending on the chain that you're on, it's picking the top tokens on that chain. But we can add more. Then we're going to add more. We would like to add a search function so people don't have to scroll through all of them. So right now, say I want to buy beat drip with Arbitrum. So from the Arbitrum network with ETH into drip, and I want to direct deposit into the faucet. So if I was to click this right now, and this is the real domain. We're not on a test domain or anything right now. All this stuff is functioning right now. So
hold on. We got a built-in bridge on the site?
Yeah. And
hey, I'm looking like, man, wait, you own the site and it's a built-in bridge. You come from other blockchains? Are you kidding me?
No, not even just that, right? This is how it's going when we go live today. But we're adding more functionality that we'll get it up in the next day or two. The thing is that we need the faucet to be live on the new site and everything to be launched before we do this. So that's why we're going to do it in the next day or two. But right now, the way it works is, so if you were to swap like this and do a direct deposit, what would happen is you click swap, it then prompts you to connect to Arbitrum. You then prove the transaction on Arbitrum and confirm it. It then prompts you to switch to Binance Smart Chain. When you switch to Binance Smart Chain, it then sends USDC to your wallet, right? At that point, but none of this is manual. It's all automated. Then it sends you another transaction that asks for approval to use that USDC to buy drip off our desk and send it to the faucet on your behalf. When you do that, you are then credited with a stake in the faucet, and you're only paying an 8% tax on it instead of a 10% tax, because we're guaranteeing that you're putting fresh capital onto it. So for putting fresh capital into the system, we're giving a 20% reduction in tax. And this way, people that are creating fresh stakes are getting a little bit of a bonus as opposed to people that are, say, taking maxed out stakes, withdrawing them, and then redepositing them. Of course, you can still do that, and we've always encouraged people to do that because, like you mentioned, you asked me if it was cool, which I appreciate. If you do that, and the answer is yes, because what's the alternative? You don't create another account, and you're just forced to claim and get out of the system and not return back in. It's better for everybody if you create a new account, right? Because you're putting capital back in, you're incentivized to continue to refer people, and you're not forced to just claim, forever and be done with it. So with this new model, of course, you can still create a new account with the drip that you already have, but you're getting a little bit of a bonus if you put in fresh capital through a 20% tax reduction. Now, the reason why, okay, so what we will be adding in the next 24, 48 hours is the ability to swap into any token on any of the other chains, not just Drip. So you'll be able to not just choose Binance Smart Chain and not just Drip. You'll be able to choose.
Hold on. Let me get the elephant out of the room. We'll post chain me on now. That's come on now. That's what everybody want to know.
So I don't think. So we're using an API right now that supports all of the major bridges and then aggregates to the bridge with the best price. Pulse chain, it has not been added to this this protocol that we're using to aggregate it. But let me just say that if Pulse chain has an API that allows you to add the bridge to an aggregation tool, then we can absolutely add it, and we will add it. It's just whether Pulse chain's bridge has the functionality to be utilized in this kind of way. So I definitely want to add it, and we will add it. It's a matter of if that bridge has the functionality to add, right? So, I would say that obviously I have to look into it to see if it does or not. But in the next 24 to 48 hours, all of these chains will be on there for sure. And the reason why we have to wait until everything is live before we push this option is because of the way that it's set up now, in a way that we could test it. So right now it's set up in a way that we were able to test without actually having it plugged in to the live faucet. And the reason for that is because we didn't want to be testing on the live faucet, and we didn't want to be testing on live contracts, because obviously you don't want to be testing with people's real money and with real capital at stake and all of that. So we built it in a way that allowed us to test it without having the real faucet hooked up. Basically, we deployed a faucet contract that we had people create stakes in that, basically we launched our own little side drip thing just for testing. With its own faucet, its own proxy, its own vault, all of that just for testing. That way we could test in an environment that's exactly the same as the real faucet contract without testing on the real faucet, because you don't want to do that. But, as I said, the current model, what happens is it swaps to USDC, that USDC gets sent to your wallet, and then that USDC gets sent to a broker contract, which buys BNB on PancakeSwap, and then spends that BNB in our debt to buy the drip, and then stakes that drip on your behalf. Because it sends the USDC to your wallet, that creates a loophole where, this is something that I don't think most people would think of, but like we think of everything. At least we try to think of everything. So what someone could do is say, I want to swap and deposit into the faucet, and then that way it wouldn't charge them a small fee that we're charging on bridges that don't go into drip, and it would. Okay, so right now we're putting no fee on this bridge. So if you go to swap, say from ETH on Arbitrum into drip, or Phantom on the Phantom network, or Spooky whatever from the Phantom network into drip, any of those, we put no fee on it. You just have to pay for gas, and that's because you're going into drip, and we're even doing a tax reduction on drip. So we want to create as few barriers and as much incentive to go into drip. But like all bridges, there is all bridges have a small fee associated with them, and we've removed that fee if you're going into drip. But if you're going to be swapping, let's say, from ETH on Arbitrum to BNB on Binance Smart Chain, we're going to put a small, like 0.3% fee on it, which we can use to support drip. That way, we have another product, another service on our site that creates a cash flow that makes the system more sustainable. And that way, we're not relying on inflation to create cash flow and value. It's an actual product that provides a service that is in demand, that generates profit, that we can use to support the system. That's what 2023 is going to be all about, building real products that have real demand, that generate profit and cash flow to support our ecosystem. So
all this happened behind the scenes? All this happened behind the scenes?
All of this has been built, yeah. And we're just, well, first of all of this right here is built and is going live today. The bridge, adding the additional functionality to swap not into drip, is built, but we need everything to be live before we can push it. So we need to push in this state first, and then in the next 24 48 hours, we're going to add the rest of the options to be able to swap from ETH to, say, BNB on Binance Smart Chain. And the reason why we cannot allow for that right now when we go live in this model is because if you choose to swap and direct deposit into the faucet, because we did it on a test version, we couldn't have it direct deposit into the faucet without sending it to your wallet first. And that's fine if we're not allowing people to swap into other assets. If we're allowing people to swap into other assets and we're charging them a small fee, but we're not charging them that small fee if they click the direct deposit thing, but that could create a loophole where people could click this, say, I want to do a direct deposit of drip into the faucet. Then they bridge over, and then the token that they bridged over to goes into their wallet, and then when they have to approve to then swap it for drip and send to the faucet, they could then just not approve it. And now they've done a bridge where they didn't have the fee charge because they said that they were swapping into the faucet, but then they canceled the rest of the transaction once it was bridged over. So to prevent that, we have a model where the token that they bridge over, if they're bridging into drip and staking into the faucet, never hits their wallet. So it goes directly from the bridge into the broker into the faucet. But that requires everything to be pushed and live in the new model to implement that, which is why we're going live with this model today, and then we're pushing the upgrades to allow for people to do cross-chain bridging into non-drip tokens. And in that case, people will not be able to do this thing where they say, I want to swap into drip, then when it gets bridged over, canceling those transactions, once the token they bridge over gets to their wallet, because it won't ever be hitting their wallet. So this is just something that we wanted to cover all our bases, because when I was talking about this with the devs, they were like, well, we could just go live with it day one, where they can choose to swap into not drip. If they do, it applies a fee to it. If they say they're swapping to drip, it will not apply the fee. The USDC will go into their wallet before it buys drip and stakes into the vault. So people could take advantage of that loophole, but how many people are really going to take advantage of that loophole to avoid a 0.3% fee? And my response to that was, yeah, I mean, probably no one would do that. Or maybe some small percentage of people would do that, and it wouldn't be a big deal. But I don't want to launch something with inferior logic only to change it, a couple days later. I want to launch with the logic that makes sense from day one. So that's why we're launching it like this, directly into where you can do directly into drip, and then we're adding the additional functionality in the next 48 hours. So
this is what it looks like. No switcheroo. This is actually what it's going to look like when it goes live. Right.
I'm on the site right now. I'm not on a test site. I'm on. Yeah. And so as you can see, let me show you. Let me go to the landing page right here and show something else. I'm on the DApp page right now.
About an hour, guys. We got about an hour to go before we release the actual domain. Calm down. There we go.
All right, so this is how the flow goes here. So when people go to people hit the landing page, they see the landing page, they see right here, this is something that we added since the video with Ray. We have videos, drip videos from the community, and we can always be updating this to have latest ones. So this is not videos from from the drip channel specifically, although we can add those. But this is the place where we can constantly be adding new drip videos from the community to give light to our influencers, and people can watch it right on the drip site, right on the landing page. Now, when people hit the landing page and they click launch DApp, it prompts them to connect their wallet. The reason why it prompts them to connect their wallet is because if they connect their wallet and they have a drip account and they click get started, it takes them right to the dashboard. And then that way, they can go right to business, they can do all of their things. And this is somewhere where you can access all of the products quickly on one page and do the main functions of it. Now, if you click get started and you don't have a wallet or you don't have a drip account, it takes you here. You click start account, and it takes you to a place to download the MetaMask wallet. And this is the first time I've gone over this stuff on the Drip YouTube channel. So I want to make sure that we're covering these things, even though some of these things I've already showed. I just want to make sure they're all covered here on our channel. So it takes you to do not have a MetaMask wallet, a place. I don't know if you're Driptopian. I don't know if we can hear you on the stream, but I know I can hear you. So
I'm not bad. Sorry, guys.
Shout out, Driptopian.
No, it's all good. And feel free to jump in whenever you want. Yeah, we got Driptopian hosting this for us right now. So they can download the MetaMask. We could have had it so they can download the MetaMask directly off our site, but we want to create good habits for our community members. And it's always important that you're downloading things like wallets directly from the source, directly from the main page. So this, if you click download MetaMask, will take you to MetaMask. It take you to their page so you can download it. Now this has instructions, this video has instructions on how to import the RPC, how to do all of the manual importing of BSC, but users do not need to do that on our page, because when you connect your wallet, if you don't have BSC, it will import BSC for you and it will switch you to BSC. But this is just in the case that you want to do it manually. That instruction is here. When you go to choose buddy, this is where you can choose your buddy, and we have this top spot here, and this top spot is a place where it updates once every 2 weeks, where you can send drip to this burn address. The person who sent the most drip to the burn address over the past 7 days gets this spot here, and they can use it to promote their social media. They can use it to promote a project. Let's say someone does a project that is supportive of drip. Like, I know there's a project called Drip 21 that's going on right now that seems to be cool. He would be able to come here, basically use this as a billboard to promote his social media, to promote his group, and in turn promote his project. And that's one of the projects that I'm going to do everything I can to support, because I think that they have a good concept. I want to make sure that they're doing it correctly, obviously, which is why I'm saying that I will give them support for it. But this is the kind of project that I'm interested in. So I talked about this a little bit in the last stream. What I want to focus on for projects that support drip, it has to kind of do three things. It has to drive cash flow into drip, it needs to remove drip from circulation, and it needs to create utility for drip. Now, it can do 2 out of the 3 things. It could even do 1 out of the 3 things. What's important is that it actually is if it's only utility, or its main utility is that it's driving capital into drip, then it needs to actually be able to drive capital into drip. If it's a utility that doesn't necessarily drive capital into drip, but provides, let's say, strong analytics for drip, or uses drip in some way that that makes sense, then in that case, maybe it doesn't drive capital into drip, but it adds value to the drip ecosystem. The thing that I want to stay away from is, and it's fine if people do these projects. I'm just saying that, they're probably not going to get direct support from the drip site and all that.
We don't like miners and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is projects that where it's like, buy this token and 10% of the money that goes into this token buys back drip, and that's its only utility. The issue with that is, that since that's its only utility, the only people that would be interested in it are people that are already drip people, that people that are directly from the drip community. And when you have a model that, let's say, 10% of the money that goes into this goes back to buying drip, you would need, for this to be net positive for drip, you would need more than 10 times the money that goes into it to be from outside of the drip community. Otherwise, you're taking capital from drip and from the drip community, driving it into this other token, and then only taking 10% of that capital and putting it back into the drip community. You see what I'm saying? So, in order for it to be a net positive for drip, you would need to have, if it's a value of 10%, you would need to have more than 10 times the people buying that token to be from outside of the drip community for that to have a net positive on drip. And the thing is that when you have a token where its only utility is that it buys back drip, really the only people that are going to be interested in that are people from the drip community. And we know from other projects that have done this that what happens is some percentage of the money going in there, typically a decent percentage, comes from people selling drip to go into this token because they see it as an opportunity to get in on a quick pump, and maybe they can do a quick 2x on it or something like that. And once capital has left a system, it's the probability of it coming back into that system is low. So it's just it's just a model where you end up diverting more capital from drip into this other token than what gets put back into drip. And then this other token, if its only utility is that it buys back drip, but then it hurts drip, that token's not going to perform well either. So it's just like the economics of it doesn't make sense, and it won't have a net positive impact on drip. But if these tokens launched outside of the drip community, and we're able to get 10 times the buyers from outside the drip community than inside the drip community, or the capital that's going to them is capital that otherwise wouldn't be going to drip anyways, significantly more than basically 10 times what is coming out of drip, then potentially it can have a net positive effect. But really, in my opinion, the only way you can do that is if you actually create a utility that is more than just some percentage is used to buy drip. And this is why I was saying that the Drip 21 project could potentially be a winner in my eyes, and that is because essentially they're creating a blackjack game where you can come and play blackjack. You can spend drip, and you can spend other assets. Those other assets that you're playing with go back to buy drip, and in that sense, it's not another token where it's like buy this token and a small percentage of it goes to pump drip. It's just strictly a utility for drip, and this utility for drip takes drip out of circulation by allowing people to play with drip, and drives capital into drip by having by allowing gameplay to be done in a token that isn't drip, but have the prizes be paid out in drip. So essentially, it's taking the capital that's used to play that is not in drip, swapping that for drip, and playing it and paying it out. And there's all kinds of ways that you can build and have it be something where you can make money as a developer. For example, Drip 21, they can take what's called a rake on the games. So they're taking whatever 0.5% rake on every bet. So they're making money on that, and it provides utility for drip, and it drives capital into drip. That's the kind of thing that we want to support. And I would even be interested in like hosting on the drip site. And what? Yeah, absolutely. So. I have a meeting with them, I believe, on Monday, and, we'll see how that goes. On Saturday, I have a meeting with developers that built a privacy protocol that I'm interested in because, essentially, it's kind of a long story, but a project that wanted us to raise capital for them in the DAO was a privacy project, and I told them I would be interested in raising capital for them because I believe in privacy protocols, but I would need to audit the contract to make sure the things that they're claiming it's doing, it's actually doing, and it's a good investment. And he was so scared, basically, that he's going to give me the code to audit it, and then I'm just going to take that code. And, of course, I've raised capital for dozens and dozens of projects, some of the top projects in the space, like early on in 2021, 2020, your Trust Walks, your Maha DAO, your Rio, the projects that went on to be like, some of the major launch pads, and the Mahadao is like one of the largest DAO projects. It's associated with DAI, right? And like these are infrastructure projects on ETH. I raised capital for all of them, and I audited all of them. So I have a long track record in history of working with projects, big projects, them allowing me to audit the code with the agreement that I will keep that code safe and ensure that they have the most beneficial, profitable, and successful raise and launch possible. And I have all the incentive to do that because, of course, if everybody that wants to raise capital with me, if I say, yeah, let me audit your code, and I just take their code, those deals are going to dry up real quick, right? And also, it just ruins my reputation and all that. So, for one, like, I have no incentive to do that, and then also, I'm a man of my word, and there's only so much that we can build in-house. So, if we have a viable partnership that can provide a utility for something, and it's just a matter of verifying that their code is good, that the ecosystem is good, and having a mutually beneficial partnership, that's a lot easier than trying to build it all in-house. So I want to establish these partnerships and mutually beneficial, development situations as much as possible. So, anyways, I explained this all to him, and this is something that every other dev that I've raised capital for understood, but for whatever reason he didn't want to do it. So, okay, we'll pass. And then it ended up taking him like 2 years to raise $50,000, and then he finally raised the money. He launched it, and now it's live. And I was like, okay, perfect. Now you're live. Let me touch it back. Let me touch base with him and tell him that, hey, we're looking to add privacy to some of our projects. You launched this privacy model. Let's partner together. And rather than us having to build the privacy in-house, we can just use your protocol, and it's a win-win. You get adoption for your project, which is a small project now, but allegedly does all this cool privacy things, and we get privacy. So it's a win-win. And but you need to make the code open source and let me audit it, because now you're live. Now there's no reason not to make the code visible to people and allow it to be audited. And still, even though he's live now, he won't make the code open source, and he won't even write a white paper about it or documentation about it, because he's so scared someone's going to steal the code. And I told him that, look, it's not going to take much for a properly motivated, competent dev team to look at what your system is doing and reverse engineer it. I told them, honestly, it will take me a couple days to do it. So, you're kind of forcing people's hand, where if you're not going to make it so they can partner with you to provide privacy to their platform, they're going to have to build it in-house, and they have no choice but to try to reverse engineer your model. So, like, I gave him another opportunity to, I was like, look, you're going to hurt your adoption. You should not be trying to do everything you can to, protect your code in the sense of making it private so no one steals it. You should be making the code open source, making it easy to partner with people, and be focused on becoming a strong first mover, getting marketing, getting promotion, getting onboarding, and doing partnerships. That way, you become a big first mover, and who cares if someone comes and does it after you? You've already established yourself as the leader. And his response to me was, no one's going to be able to reverse engineer this. And I told him, man, that's a properly motivated team would be able to reverse engineer that. And he challenged me to do it. He basically said, not going to happen. I'm not going to make it open source. And, I guarantee. I challenge you to do it. Go ahead and announce that you're going to launch this thing. Basically,
He challenged the GOAT.
so immediately, what I did was I went. I looked at his whole system. I spent about a half an hour on it. I put a bounty on it, and within that was on like last Wednesday or Thursday, and I already had the code on Monday. So
Wow.
yeah. So on this Saturday, I have a meeting with the devs that took up the bounty and did that, and we are going to be talking about implementing some sort of privacy, and I want to add this privacy to all of our protocols. But the reason
They tell me Forex can't code. Forex don't know code. That's what they tell me.
Oh, well, I will admit that I am not the most confident person in the world at coding, but I mean, when it comes to creating logic, when it comes to designing the way that the code needs to be structured and the way that we need to build things, I would go head to head with anybody. And then when it comes to actually writing code, like writing Solidity, I absolutely can write Solidity. I absolutely can read Solidity.
Talk.
Should I be the one that is spending all my days writing the Solidity code for the 5 different platforms that we're building right now? Does that make any sense? Or should I hire developers, competent developers, that I can instruct on how I want it to be built, and have weekly meetings with them to tell them, to basically check up on their progress and explain to them how I would want it to be built? That's clearly the way to do it, right? You need to delegate as you grow. But the first I would say three things that I did, right? Like read, we did a thing called Silo, which supported read, B-read. All of these things I did on my own. The website, the contracts, the community, all of that. And of course, as we grew, I started to delegate. But when it comes to coding, I would say that there are people that are more experienced than me. But when it comes to designing the logic that needs to be implemented in the code, coming up with the way that the code needs to be structured, and how it should be designed, I would go head to head with anybody. And then also, coding is something where, I don't want to disrespect any coders out there, because it absolutely takes a lot of skill. But there are a lot of people that can write Solidity contracts, and they're building nothing, and they're building nothing of interest at all. So just being able to write contracts and code is not enough at all. And there's all kinds of devs out there that, they can write Solidity, but all they're doing is copying other people's work. So, like, what is the purpose of them being able to code in the first place? And right now I'm working with some of the most competent and skilled Solidity devs, I would say, in the space. But still, every single meeting, I'm saying, actually, this doesn't look like the most efficient way to do this. We should do it in this way, and actually not. Let's not do it like this. Let's structure it like this. And I'm not talking about like a wide overview. I'm talking about going line through the code. And at this point, I can read and write Solidity, extremely efficiently. But
approximately, how many bills do you have on the team total? Approximately.
Well, we have 3 Solidity devs. We have 3 or 4 front end devs. We have 2 designers, and then we have a couple front end devs that have helped, right? And we had a handful of other devs, but we cut down. We kind of cut the fat because we were trying to do everything at once, and so we had some of our or one of our best contract devs working on a social media contest page. So, or not page, but product. So something that acted like Gleam, like when the contest that we used to have on Animal Farm, where it would say, follow this for 1 point, like this for 2 points, join the Telegram for 5 points, that thing, right? And the issue with that platform is that they do not allow you to integrate any kind of Web3 functionality, and they don't allow you to have a purchase of anything as part of the contest. So I started working on a product that allows for DeFi projects to host their own social media contest, where part of the contest is you have to buy a ticket, and then once you buy a ticket, which is represented by an NFT, you then do all of the actions like join their Telegram group, like, follow, etc. And each of these give your ticket a score, which allows you to have a better or worse chance of winning. And then all of the capital that goes into buying the ticket, at the point that the reward is paid out, to the winner, it is swapped for the native token that's hosting the contest. And that way, it is always having a benefit to the platform. And the issue with Gleam is that anybody can start a contest, and you don't even have to go to the website that's hosting the contest to participate in it. You can go directly to the Gleam site. So what was happening is we would have a contest, let's say on Animal Farm, to promote our social media, and people would join the contest without ever even going to our website. And people do this professionally, where they have 100 Twitter accounts, 1,000 Telegram accounts, etc. They go right to the Gleam site, join the contest, have all their fake accounts do all of the actions, and they never even once look at our social media, right? They're just automating all of it. And then you get 300, 500,000 engagements in the contest, but 95% of them are, or 99% of them are not even real. And then, since Gleam picks a random person, when you have it so 99% of them aren't real, and Gleam picks a random person, there's a 99% chance that the prize money is going to go to one of these fake accounts. And so people do this professionally. So it just is not a viable model, and it can be done so much better through building it on chain and taking advantage of the on-chain implementation, having there be a forced purchase to enter the contest and all that. That way, at the bare minimum, every entry results in a purchase of your token, and there's a cost barrier to enter, so people are not just going to enter with 1,000 fake Twitter accounts, right? It kind of prevents that whole, not exactly DDoS, but I guess spamming of fake entries. So I started building this, and I got pretty deep into building it with one of our best devs, and we were working on that. We're also working on a super chat product. We're also working on the Reap DAO. We're also working on Piggy Plinko. We're also working on the drip stuff. So that's why I was like, okay, we gotta take a step back, because I had two of my best dev teams. One of them working on the Reap DAO. One of them working on the contest product, and the guys that were working on the drip thing were not delivering. And I was just like, okay, well, drip right now is the priority. We got to get drip out before we get anything else out. So I need to cut the fat, take my best devs off the other stuff, which can't come out into after drip anyways, and put them onto drip. And that's just like 2.5 weeks ago, we made that adjustment. Basically fired the other developers that were not delivering and put our best devs on the Animal Farm V3 migration, on drip, and on Piggy Plinko. And now we're at a point that drip is ready to go live. The Animal Farm V3 migration is ready to do the NFT update on the dog pound. We're ready to announce that date next week, and it's likely going to be the following week that goes live. And Piggy Plinko is ready to go right after that. So we put all of our resources on the priority, and now when those things get knocked out, we can put those devs on the other things that I'm talking about, as opposed to trying to do 5 or 6 things at once, when you really only have 3 really good dev teams, and then like 2 or 3 mediocre dev teams.
So after 2 years of this ecosystem paying out, you telling me the future is brighter? That's what you're telling me?
I would say absolutely, because we have been operating with the core functions and the core contracts. They've been operating flawlessly, 100% uptime. Drip's been paying out 1% since day one, but we haven't had, I would say, a all hands on deck when it comes to building utility and having adoption from outside of the core dev team. And that's what we're starting to see now as far as getting traction of people building from outside of the core dev team. And also, I have the resources to be able to continue to build up the ecosystem, where 2 years ago I didn't. 2 years ago, it was myself and BB, and that was it.
Shout out to BB.
Yeah, man, BB, he was along for the ride with us, and he did a lot of great work. The thing is that not everybody can go, full steam for week after week, for years on years, and you gotta respect that, right? So, I'm the kind of person that I'm gonna keep going, and if it takes bringing on new people to the team, we're gonna do that. And you have to understand that not everybody can do that. Not everybody can go, 100 miles an hour for years on end. So,
You little man on the pimp league now. You little man on the pimp league. What you doing?
All right.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah,
I gotta keep it 100 right quick. Right? Get this out the way. I get all this out the way. I keep it real. What's up with Scratchy? Just let us know what's going on. If it's gone, if it's coming, if it ain't, just let us know.
No, so Scratchy's coming. So let me talk to a couple things. So Scratchy is absolutely coming, and I'll talk about the details of that. The hacker game that I was talking about is probably not coming, and I can talk about that as well. So Scratchy is absolutely coming. The developers of Scratchy are the developers of Animal Farm. So myself and those devs work together to build V2 Animal Farm and to build Scratchy. We just brought up BB, right? BB was working on Animal Farm V2. He had some issues come up where he was not available to do that. So I brought all the devs that were working on Scratchy to make sure that Animal Farm V2 was able to get out the door. We got it out the door. We went back to work on Scratchy. Scratchy is to the point where it's finished with development, and it needs to go through the testing and auditing phase. When PancakeSwap migrated to V3, it created a major opportunity for us to be a first mover of adopting the V3 model and creating major utility for it in the form of range optimization. So uh, it was imperative that we put the developers of Animal Farm onto doing the V3 migration, and not on the testing and auditing of Scratchy, because Scratchy can come out in a month or 2 months. Animal Farm V3 needs to come out right now. So that's the case with that. But Scratchy is absolutely coming. Most likely, Scratchy is going to be a part of the gaming platform that I'm building, as opposed to Scratchy being a standalone thing. Most likely, it's going to be another product on the gaming platform, which will make that 8 games, and Scratchy will be a white label service that we offer to other platforms through the gaming platform. Now, the hacker game, that is something that I've spent about $60,000 on, both in art and animation and assets and contract work. And essentially, when we got to basically all of it completed except for some front end stuff, I just realized it was not strong enough. I do not want to launch something that is not at this point, like in the past, I kind of had the feeling that if it is an improvement on what is currently available in the space, it's worth doing. And that was my opinion. I don't feel that way anymore. Currently, and I think what is correct is I don't care if it's better than whatever is available in the space right now. It needs to be very strong as a standalone product. It cannot be good compared to this. It needs to be strong on its own, like not relative to whatever else is going on in the space. And the hacker game project that I was working on was a play to win model. So it acted in a way where if you are participating, you're earning in it. And after doing a ton of research and a ton of my own testing, I have come to the opinion that a play to earn model does not work. Because if you do not need to win to earn, or if you do not need to pay to play, then it's a model that will inevitably end up going the way of like an Axie Infinity, where it's paying out more than what it's taking in, and that's because people have made it their full-time job to set up accounts that are just automated doing fake gameplay and participating in it just as a way to earn and just as a way to drain the system. And although I think that the hacker game was a very cool theme and very good game theory that had a million things going on, I wanted to put it on the shelf because it had this play to earn model, and I'm just not. If I don't think something is going to be able to look better 2 years from now than it does today, even if it does very well for 6 months, even if it creates a lot of excitement and a pump and all of that, if 2 years down the road it ends up being net negative for the ecosystem as a whole, it's not worthwhile. And that's
we want that pump, baby. We want that pump, baby. We want the pump.
Yeah, but there's a way to create a pump, right, without having it be net negative in the long term, right? So you can have a model that is play to win, and that drives cash flow into the product and into the tokens without doing it in a way that relies on inflation, for example. So one way to do that, one way that we're preparing to do that, is with Animal Farm and the V3 model. So with the V3 model, we're optimizing the range at which people are adding liquidity to their liquidity pool. That allows them to earn at a minimum 55% APY compounded, and 55% APY compounded daily ends up being thousands of percent APY realized by the end of the year in the tokens that they're providing that liquidity principal in. So that's Wrap Bitcoin, BNB, ETH, Link, Cake. So with the Animal Farm V3 model, we're allowing people to earn thousands of percent APY in these non-native tokens, while also increasing the back end capital that we're earning on PancakeSwap Farm in the form of Cake, and that capital goes to both BUSD injections and BNB into the dog pound. So this is something that actually has a strong utility because it allows you to earn the highest possible fees you can as a liquidity provider on PancakeSwap, and this capital that's being earned goes directly into supporting our native tokens. And because of that, it allows us to reduce the inflation rate of those tokens by about 70% while increasing the API, or APY. So it's a trade-off of paying out that APY in AFD and AFP, reducing the amount that you're earning in AFP and AFD, but greatly increasing what you're earning in Wrap Bitcoin, BNB, ETH, Cake, etc. Right? So this is the kind of utility that you need to build for it to be sustainable long term. And
Are you talking about the acronym, or you just saying utility in general?
no, I'm saying this is, well, I'm talking about Animal Farm V3 and the utility that we are providing through that. That is a utility that is sustainable because it's actually generating profit through increasing the fees that liquidity providers that are providing liquidity through our platform are able to earn by optimizing the range in which they're adding that liquidity. And there's no other platform that allows you to do that, and it allows the profit that's being earned to be paid out in these other assets like BNB, ETH, Bitcoin, etc., as opposed to our tokens. And something like the hacker game, where you're getting paid to be a player in the game, the reason why I chose not to do that is because it's not generating profit from any kind of real product or service. So, for example, the difference between that and Piggy Plinko is with Piggy Plinko, you enter the game to make a wager, and if you win, you earn profit from the system. If you don't win, then that profit goes towards supporting our AFP token and goes to supporting the ecosystem. And the Piggy Plinko game has a better edge for the player than any of the other gambling platforms that exist in the space. It's a 3% house edge, where Stake says they have a 5% house edge, but their games have been proven to be rigged and all of that. But we don't need to get into all that. But basically, my point is, with that game, you're paying to enter, and you're getting paid out if you win, as opposed to something like the hacker game where you pay to enter, and then you get paid just to be a participant. And that kind of model, the minute it starts to slow down, it's paying out more to the participants than what it's taking in. And these kind of models are not sustainable. And although it would be a fun game, and it might cause a little bit of hype for, I don't know, 6 months, a year, something like that, inevitably, once it starts to slow down, it would eventually become a net negative on the ecosystem. And this is what I'm talking about not building products that create hype in the next, couple months, but end up being a net negative on the ecosystem and on the tokens a year or 2 years from now. Because we can build things such as Animal Farm V3, such as Scratchy, such as Piggy Plinko, that provide value for our ecosystem and for our tokens without eventually becoming a net negative due to the way that their economics are set up. Because even if, for example, people stop using Piggy Plinko or people stop buying Scratchy, it doesn't then continue to pay them out, right? So with a model that is play to earn, like an Axie Infinity, for example, you set up an Axie Infinity account, you put some capital into the system, and then you can earn on it basically for the life of the account. And you can just kind of create fake automated access to the game to continue earning in it without putting any more capital into the system. And that can work initially, but eventually it becomes a net negative because it's paying out more than it's taking in. Where a model like Scratchy or Piggy Plinko or Animal Farm V3, it pays out capital as participants play with it and participate in it. But then when if you don't continue to make wagers in Piggy Plinko, it's not going to keep paying you out. As a winner in Piggy Plinko, right? You have to actually win. You can't just earn through being a participant. You can earn through being an owner, right? But that earning through being an owner in AFP is not paying you anything through inflation. It's paying you a percentage of the B&B that is being wagered by other people. So these are just products with strong utility, even higher demand than what something like a hacker game would have, right? Because we know that these gambling games, like a Plinko game, are way higher demand than traditional gaming, right? And at least they drive way more capital into them. And
what would be like a loose? Give us like a loose, like the next 3 or 4 products, like V3. I know we got the Drip UI today.
Yeah.
And then what's next? Like a loose little roadmap for the next 3 things we can expect.
Yeah, so I know exactly what's coming up next. So we got Drip, the Drip UI. That's coming out. That's coming out right after this interview. We'll announce the domain. In the next 48 hours, we're going to make the bridge that is not purchasing into Drip Live. So people will be able to do bridging, not specifically into drip. When the domain goes live after this interview, you'll be able to bridge directly into drip immediately as soon as it goes live, and do direct deposits into drip. In the next 48 hours, we're going to allow for bridging, not into drip. DDD is going live on Tuesday. The Animal Farm V3 migration will then start, and what that looks like is first the update to the dog pound, where we're integrating an NFT model where when you make a stake in the dog pound, when you withdraw from that stake, instead of getting the AFD token, you mint an NFT. And this NFT holds your dog tokens. And this prevents people from staking AFD, getting the tax reduced all of the way, withdrawing that AFD, and then restaking it again to make more tax reductions on tokens that they've already earned the full tax reduction on. So it makes that model even stronger, and it provides a lot more utility to the AFD token and the dog pound, because you can now swap your AFD stakes to people and trade with them. So someone that wants to participate in Animal Farm and wants to utilize AFD but doesn't want to go into AFD with the full tax on it, can purchase somebody else's AFD that already has a full tax reduction on it by buying their NFT, by buying someone else's stake. And that opens the door to a bunch of utility where it can be used as collateral for loans. It can be used for auctions on OpenSea. Like there's all kinds of utilities that opens up. But most importantly, it just tightens up the Animal Farm tokenomics and economics. And it was important that we do this before the full V3 model is launched. That way, we don't have any loose ends when we launch.
You love your Animal Farm, don't you? You love that Animal Farm, don't you? That's your baby right there.
Well, it's because the opportunity that V3 is going to offer, right? It's going to. I mean, there's nothing else like it in DeFi. There's a serious need for it on BSC right now. So the dog pound NFT fix, and then after that, the full V3 migration. So the dog pound NFT update will be. Let me just check without. Let me just check the date.
And I see y'all move the garden over to the new drip UI. I see it up there at the top.
Yeah, it was important for us to do that. We want people to be able to access all of the drip stuff without having to go off the drip site.
Shout out to Don, Self DeFi. I see Buster Grills, Wayne, everybody in the chat. Emmett Wayne. Okay. Chat lit. I see y'all.
All right, I'm just pulling up the date so I can speak about it specifically. So,
Blockchain Bandit was happening.
Okay, so on June 7th, the NFT update for the dog pound will be ready to go, and then on June 27th, the full V3 update will be ready to go. So on June 7th, the plan is to announce the launch date for the NFT update, and that will likely just be the week after. There's no reason to make a big run up to that. And then about 2 weeks after that, we'll do the full V3 migration. That's going to be huge. And then is going to be a decision on whether we want to do Piggy Plinko or whether we want to do the Reap DAO, because both will be done by that time. And
Plinko, man. We want the Plinko, baby. We want some games. We need the ecosystem. Let's get this party started now. Let's go.
So yes, I think that I think that it probably will be Piggy Plinko. The thing is that in order to do so, we have multiple raises that want us to raise capital for or in the Reap DAO, and then also to launch Scratchy, we got to do a capital raise, and we're going to do that in the Reap DAO. So and there's a lot more that is going to be added to the Reap DAO that is super bullish for Reap, right? So that's a big opportunity for people to invest in Reap and participate in those raises and for us to get Scratchy out the door. But yeah, I agree. Most likely we will do Piggy Plinko next, and one of the main reasons for that, in my opinion, is because then we have the three I think top priorities that we said checked off, and then when we open up the tier 2 for the Reap DAO, it's with like maximal positive sentiment. We've met our 3 major commitments that we've already essentially made, and we can just have like a super bullish raise in the Reap DAO, and then
you talking about baby DAO or the big DAO?
So we're gonna have an auction for 1,000 additional seats for the Reap DAO, so tier 2. So the tier 1 Reap DAO is that's already active. That's been active. We got our private group. There's hundreds of members. We're always in there sharing opportunities. I'm always in there giving my opinion on the markets and different trades that I'm doing. We're killing it in there, but we want to open up 1,000 additional seats because we have a lot of opportunity to do capital raises. And the way that the tier 1 Reap DAO is set up, you can really only have a couple hundred members, and that's because the Reap token is a low supply token, and you need 300 of them to be able to get into the Reap DAO, and that when we're kind of full, when we have like 200, 250 members, the price to buy 300 Reap ends up getting up near like $60,000. And of course, people still enter there, especially before a raise, but that's not viable to the average person. And we want to be able to open it up so like the average community member can participate. And then also, when we do capital raise for projects, a lot of the time they want the raise to be spread out across a lot of people, and it will open up the door for us to do a lot of extra raises if we have more members. But we can only have so many members of the tier 1 because of the cost barrier and the limited amount of Reap that's available on the market. So the tier 2 is going to work as an auction where we're going to list the NFTs that act as a ticket to the DAO site that you can use to log into the Reap DAO site, get access to
Dog hungry, man. How many dogs you got back there for?
I got one dog that's going crazy, and he always does. That's why the face Kika ever annoying, but I love him.
Gotta love it, man.
So the Reap DAO. One second, let me tell them to be quiet.
Oh, Forrest, finna go do Michael Vick back there, but we gotta watch Forrest. Turn your camera on. No.
I got people over, so I don't know why. He's like bossy. He's a bossy little dog. So like, if someone shows up, he wants to bark at him. If someone is patting my other dog, he wants to bark at him. He's just like a little bossy dog.
It ain't a Forex might get that paper, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. I know you're talking about the REIT now, but don't forget, go back to this right here. We're looking at, because I don't know what this is about the highest, something you were saying about the highest deposit on the drip or something. So make sure we get on that, because I don't know what that is.
Okay, yeah, so let me just wrap up what I was saying with the REIT down, we'll get to that. So essentially, right now, the REIT down can only have a couple hundred members. But having a couple hundred, and that's because you need 300 REIT to get involved. The cost of REIT and the limited supply of REIT means that there can only be a couple hundred members. We want to open up the door to allow the average community member to get involved. So we're opening up 1,000 additional seats. We're going to auction off the seats at a price that is only a tenth of the price that you would need to spend to get into the tier 2, to the tier 1 retail, and then whatever the price ends up being after the auction, we'll see. And then a portion of the capital that is raised to get into to buy those tickets is going to go into supporting the REIT token, right? Buying the REIT token. So this is what I'm saying. It's not just a major opportunity for REIT because it's a major utility for it, right? But it's also going to be a major cash flow for it. And the reason why we're limiting it to 1,000 members, even though we want to be able to open it up to as many community members as possible, is because we want to make sure that if someone becomes a member, they're going to get decent sized allocations in the raises. And there's only so much to go around when we get raises. Typically, a capital raise for us in the DAO is anywhere between like $1 to $5 million, and we need to make sure that each participant is at least getting a couple $1,000 allocation to the pre-sale. So that means it's better to have more than less seats. That way, the people that are getting seats are getting large allocations. So, and we already have multiple projects that are that want to raise with us, and Scratchy is something that we're going to do the raise in, and there's another thing that I'm working on that we'll be raising. So, anyways, that's something that we will get to after all the other things. So this, but that is something that will be finished with development by the end of the month. So we got a fully committed team working on that, and they're making great progress. That's kind of the thing. Everything's going to be completed essentially this month when it comes to Piggy Plinko, when it comes to all the drip stuff, and when it comes to the REIT DAO. So it's just a matter of and Pancake Swap V3, Animal Farm V3. So it's like everything's getting completed at the same time, and we're gonna just make a couple weeks for each thing, basically. Now, this thing that you're looking at here, this is the top ranking team influencers. So this list right here is a list that is reading data from the chain. So it's not this is not something that we're manually putting influencers in here. This is something where the averages are showing up based on the amount of drip and downline, the amount of team members you have, the amount that you airdropped, and by default it's being ranked based on the amount that you've airdropped. Now, JJ, who's one of our advisors, has been reaching out to everybody to get their name and their address and their image, so we can attach it to these addresses. And really, it's something that we have to handle manually. Otherwise, people could say that there's someone that they're not, or put someone else's picture up there. So we already have a nice list of like the major influencers, the major YouTubers, all the admins, and over time we're going to continue to add people. And this just acts as a way for someone that is setting up a new account to know who they want to, who they should choose, whose team they should join. And I'm sure you're up on this list. I don't know which one you are, but I'm sure one of these is yours right here up in the top 10 because it's based on the amount of airdrop. Now, this spot right here, as I was saying, is based on the amount of drip that you've burned in the last 7 days. So this spot acts as essentially a billboard for people that want to promote their drip group and their buddy address, and they can burn drip as a way to essentially pay for this billboard. And then it lets people know that they have an active team, and for example, say the Drip 21 guys are about to launch a major drip product, they can burn drip to get this spot and stay on this spot for a couple weeks, and have the YouTube, the Twitter, and the Telegram, and this image all pointing to their project, and they can use it as a billboard for their project. So this is essentially a banner ad on the drip platform that you can buy by sending drip to the tax vault, because that's what happens. It doesn't actually burn the drip; it sends it to the tax vault. So people have been saying that for a long time. You got to make banner ads on drip because drip gets so much traffic. It would be a great way to raise money for drip, and that's what we've essentially done here. But we've done it, in my opinion, the best way possible, because they're buying that banner by sending drip directly to the tax vault, and it's also not just a way that they can have a form of banner ad, but also promote their buddy address. And people that are setting up new accounts, when they get here, I think a lot of them are just going to see, okay, top ranking team influencers, featured spot, boom, and just use it, right? Because people, when you make something easy, that's typically what people go with. So
how long does it read? How long you stay up on the banner? I see, like, let's say Ray put in 100, somebody else put in 101. Do you automatically jump that person, or is it daily, or how does it go?
No, so they get featured for a week, for 7 days.
A week.
And it's based on how much they sent to the tax vault on the previous week. So this count that right here just is going to be sent to 7 when we make the announcement, and then it will update every 7 days. But yeah, this is it acts essentially like a banner ad. And then this last spot here allows people to do a buy and deposit and an entry into Drip Drop Draw. Let me just, while we're on the call, before we wrap it up, let me go and just see the progress of things, and see, potentially we could announce this thing.
Go crack that whip. Go on, crack that whip. See what them boys doing back there.
I got 1 minute.
Drinking Coors Light or something. No, man, come on. New you what? New you. And boy, she's that banner, man. Did all that hard work. We want to see it. Wow.
I know. And it's going up. It's going up today for sure.
I know. Today. DDD Tuesday, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Alright, get you on record. We're gonna clip that. Absolutely. DDD is Tuesday, guys. Tuesday. We get the new you out of date, but this is the second coming. You don't get chances like this in crypto. The second coming, it's like drip all over again, starting all over. Man, I can't wait. Glad I got me some the other day, boy. At 24.25 cents.
Yeah, I know. And it's the thing is that with all of these other people building stuff for drip, and when you start having it kind of go viral like that, it only takes a couple of these other projects to be successful to let everybody else know this is kind of the roadmap that you want to take when it comes to building. Because if you build something cool that has utility, that that is something that people want and is in demand, you can get a lot of eyes and kind of get started, start off at the top floor by doing it through drip, because you already get 100,000 eyes on it from day one. And a lot of people recognize that. I have people reaching out to me all the time I just had a meeting with
Really?
no, I used to talk to Richard all the time.
Really?
I was just, yeah, in like 2018 or something, I used to be talking to Richard in DMs all the time.
Oh, wow.
This is before Drip launched, and actually when Hex was first launched, Uniswap wasn't really a thing yet. It was like Uniswap got popular very shortly after Hex, like maybe a month after, and it was listed on Binance, and there was no market makers on it, so there was no liquidity, and I was basically the only market maker on Binance, and I used to talk to Richard all the time, anyways. But when that was going on, yeah, we were in communication basically all day about that, and then Uniswap blew up, and it didn't really make too much sense to be market making for these smart contracts and these these ERC20 tokens, because Uniswap just does such a good job on it. There's no reason to be using these small centralized exchanges basically.
True that. Well, since we talking about Rich, why you doing that? Are you gonna build anything